Host Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. There were no real surprises in yesterday's USDA crop production supply and demand report. As generally expected, USDA cut corn usage for ethanol by 25 million bushels, resulting in a corresponding increase in this year's ending year carryout of 1.267 billion bushels, up from last month's 1.24 billion bushels. USDA cut the soybean crush by 20 million bushels, upping soybean ending year stocks to 230 million. Following a choppy trade immediately following the report release, grain settled down and closed higher. Corn and beans each up 4, KC wheat up 10 cents by the bushel. An ending year carryout for U.S. corn at 1.267 billion bushels is still a relatively tight number with little wiggle room for error with this spring's crops that are about to be planted. Even though early projections are for an increase in at least 3 million acres of corn and for projections for 23-24 ending year carryout to approach 2 billion bushels, this market will be highly sensitive to any problems with spring planting and or weather issues throughout the summer and fall. For help marketing your grains, contact John at 361-852-5207, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. We're here at the kitchen table with Stephen from D&D. Stephen, I understand you've got great things going on in your ropes and roping department.
Yes, sir. So, Larry, we carry Prefert, Shoot Help, and WW roping equipment, and we have way too much here. Your listeners can save up to $500 off select roping shoots while supplies last.
Down on the farm, listeners, while supplies last, you get the discount. Give Stephen a call. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
Just give me a shout at 830-379-7340, extension 160.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from yesterday. We'll begin with the national pork carcass cutout value. Looks like that was 73 higher in the afternoon at 79.29. Estimated federal slaughter 1.441 million head. That's 7,000 head behind last week's pace, but it's running 24,000 head above the same week last year. As we look toward the meat side, or the beef side of the meat equation, rather, we see that wholesale box prices 48 higher in the choice and 417 weaker in the select in the afternoon. That caused the choice select spread to go to 14.04, which was actually up from about $10, if I remember correctly. USDA's federal slaughter, 370,000 head through Wednesday. That's 5,000 head behind last week's pace, and it's running 3,000 head below the same week last year. Let's look for the Wednesday FCE online auction. Sold one pen of 212 Texas steers at 159. The rest went unsold. 158 to 159 bid, 160 ask. Reports of Nebraska sales at 157 on Wednesday, with a weekly range from 157 to 159 across the feeding regions. Neighbor, there's your meat moves from yesterday.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel, with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Going to have a sale in San Saba. Ken, what's it looking like?
You bet, Larry. About 6 o'clock, we had right at 2,000 head already on the yards, about 100, and I think 55 or 65 cows, and about 10 or 12 packer bulls, and just unbelievable offering of really choice calves and yearlings, a lot of wean cattle. We're going to expect to have 2,300 head. We're going to start off sale at 10 o'clock. We've got about, I think, 88 bulls, really outstanding bulls, some good Brangus bulls off of Martin Bruni Ranch. We're going to crank the sell off with those. Then follow up the STS, got about 30 outstanding Angus bulls. And then Something Ranch up here in Colorado, they've got a good set of Red Angus Charolais and some Limflex bulls. They're mostly all Angus, just a tick of Limousine in those. And then got some Angus bulls. And so then got Savage Ranch has some real good Angus bulls too. Wrap that up, we'll right into our Packer cows, Packer bulls, and be on our calf sale probably around 12:30, 12:45, Larry. Good run. Like I said, an outstanding set. The bull sale will be live on the internet if you're not able to come come down. That does start at 10 o'clock, Larry.
All right. Jordan Cattle Auction is the website for the sale. Ken, give us the telephone number.
You bet, Larry. Area code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
MG Building and Materials reminds you to start your next project today with an MG personal credit card. No interest if paid in full within 6 months. Apply for your card at any MG Building Materials store. Get all the information at mgbuildingmaterials.com. Remember, those stores are San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Kerrville, Pleasanton, and Uvalde. Call that Uvalde store at 2301 East Main Street at 830-278-4439. We're on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us each week.
Yes, sir, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignments and to our weekly buyers. We did not have a sale last week due to the freezing temps up north, but 2 weeks ago we ended up with a run of 679 head of cattle with the market ending a touch softer, but the market has come back from that.
What do you have under the barn for this week?
Well, at the present time, we're tagging on 662. We're looking for about 850 come sale time. In our count, we've got 100 packer cows and bulls, 23 palpated cows, and the rest are yearlings. We do have a herd sellout. There are a set of 25 white Brammers and 17 Angus Brangus cross cows. Most of these cows are 6 and 7 year olds, and 21 of those are bred. We've also got a 122 weaned calves in, and they're weighing from 350 to 500.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
If you have any questions, please call Wed and Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We are on the line with Cousin Brian Linsman from Seguin Cattle Company. Cousin Brian, how was the Wednesday sale?
All I can say is fantastic, Larry. I mean, this thing has caught on fire, since the last week. Ended up with 639 head of cattle. Those 2 to 3 weight steers, $1.50 to $2.15. 3 to 4 weights, $1.85 to $2.57. 4 to 5 weights, $1.86 to $2.67. 5 to 6 weights, $1.63 to $2.36. 6 to 700 pounders, $1.58 to $2.01. With 7 to 8 weight steers, bring $1.18 to $1.40. On the heifer mates, 2 to 3 weights, $1.60 to $2.15. 3 to 4 weights, $1.69 to $2.06. 4 to 5 weights, $1.69 to $2.45. 5 to 6 weights, $1.60 to $2.07. And 6 to 7 weights, $1.28 to $1.66 on those utility and commercial cows. And it wasn't just one cow, but a lot of them brought from 80 cents to $1. Yeah. And you get to the top end of the bulls, and I mean those good high yielding bulls, they brought from $1.10 to $1.26 all day long. So I mean, even the cow market is caught on fire. We got a few middle-aged palpated cows from $450 to $1,100, and got a few pairs off from $550 to $1,275. So you do the math. We sold lots of $1,000 steers today.
Yep. Sheep and goats, what did it do?
Sheep and goats ended up with 800 head of those. Market was pretty stout on that. Top end of the nannies, $270. Those kid goats up to $330. And then when you get to the Dorpers, top end of the Dorpers, $170, with top end of the lambs bringing $310. And I said yesterday, a gentleman had 150 head of them Dorper lambs. He had they weighed 65 pounds, and they averaged $197 a piece. So, that's a pretty good chunk of change for a lamb, too.
Yeah, that should have been pretty good unless he had a lot of feed in him or something.
Nope. He's just a good manager of the land.
Good, that's great. He killed a fat hog.
You got that right.
Well, what do we know for next week, Brian?
Well, once people start realizing what they're worth, I think they're going to start looking. So, it just depends on the weather. It looks like we got a chance of rain again Monday and Tuesday. So, good Lord willing, and He gives us a chance, we'll gather some more for next week.
All right, everybody, thump the bottom of the plate at church one more time so God will think you gave some more, so He'll give us some rain. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Brian.
Give us a call at 830-379-9955, or you can call me on my cell phone, 830-305-0652.
We'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Take care, Cousin Larry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Never This portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. The location in High. Call Keno at 830-868-0200. That's PMI High. We are on the line with Jim Wheeler, Addis Coast Livestock, Pleasanton, Texas. They celebrate Tuesday. Jim, how did that Tuesday sale go?
Calf market really picked up from last week, but we had all the nasty weather and several people were out because of the ice. But it was a lot better this week. Put a little more money on packer cows, too, this week.
Well, that always works good. Tell everybody how they sold.
All right, ended up with 402 head. 143 were steers, 134 heifers, 106 cows, and 11 bulls. Steer side 2 to 3 weights $1.65 to $2.30. Heifers were $1.50 to $1.95. 3 to 4 weight steers $1.75 to $2.40. Heifers were $1.50 to $2. 4 to 5 weight steers $1.60 to $2.30. Heifers were $1.55 to $1.94. 5 6 weight steers $1.50 to $2.12. Heifers were $1.45 to $1.83. 6 7 weight steers $1.40 to $1.85. Heifers were $1.30 to $1.70. 7 to 8 weight steers $1.35 to $1.75. Heifers were $1.20 to $1.50. 8 to 9 weight steers $1.20 to $1.70. And the heifers were $1.05 to $1.35 yesterday.
What did they put on the cows?
Had 184 yesterday. Best packer cow brought 97.5. Best bull brought $1. Bred cows anywhere from 700 to 1325. And we kept one little pair together. She brought 1350.
Okay. I noticed where the Choice Selects bred narrowed. I guess that high cow beef is going in there and bringing that select product up. Is that what's happening?
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. What do you think will happen next week?
I imagine we'll have somewhere between 400 and 500 next week. We do have a little chance of rain again, but according to the weatherman, it's not going to amount to much.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
MG Building Materials, 5 retail locations all over South and Central Texas from the Hill Country to the Gulf Coast. Perfect if you're a contractor or a homeowner. The smallest home improvement job to the largest commercial project, MG's positioned to help everyone. MGBuildingMaterials.com. San Antonio, Corpus, Pleasanton, Kerrville, and Uvalde. Always on the web, MGBuildingMaterials.com. MG's 5 retail centers there to help you at MGBuildingMaterials.com.
We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, we hadn't talked about the sheep and goat sale yet. Tell us about it.
Had about 500 head yesterday. Kind of a lot of guys out there trying to get a few bought. Had a real active market yesterday. Probably, 10 to 15 cents across the board, better than the previous week. Just kind of had a little more numbers, a little bit better weather. Heavy lambs $1.20 to $2.25. Those light lambs $2.10 to $3.10. Fat ewes $60 to $1.25. And those thin packer ewes $45 to $80. Packer nannies $85 to $1.50. Those fat Spanish nannies $1.15 to $1.65. And those stocker nannies $1.60 to $2.45. Those good cabritos $2.50 to $3.80. And those lightweights were $2 to $4. And the billies yesterday were $1.80 to $2.25. So pretty good little market here this week, getting everybody back going.
Good. How about the cattle sale today, Thursday, when you folks are hearing this?
Got about 300 on the yard this evening, Larry. We'll probably have around that 500 to 600 head range, depending on what we catch in the morning. We got pretty good weather. We didn't get any rain out this way. So got about 45 cows standing here. We got lots of good black calves and some Charolais calves. Got a little bit for everybody.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Klein Spear.
Call us the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Maybe this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, the Robstown location, 361-767-7473, pipemovers.com, pipe, steel, and fencing, the Robstown location. Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle and Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in February, March plus 90, 1372. We'll call Progresso 1390. Yellow corn to Corpus in February, March plus 210, 888 and a half. We'll call Progresso 898 and a half. Hard red winter wheat to Houston, Feb March delivery, March plus 130, 1026. We'll call Houston beans, Feb March delivery, March less 30, 1489 and 3/4. 845 bale of East Texas Oklahoma cotton, 2469 bale of West Texas. Prices range from $82.12 to $83.75. So across the 3,314 bales we sold, the average price on a 50-50 split would have been about $82.34. Neighbor, that's it for the Best Darn Farm Show in Texas. No brag, just fact, all because you are the Best Darn Farm Show listener in that same great Lone Stars Day. My name is Larry Marble. I'm proud to call you my neighbor. Neighbor, we'll proudly call you back to the kitchen table tomorrow. Same farm time, same farm channel.